Hello everyone, today I'm going to make a very basic chicken coop. My plan is to make a chicken coop that is easy enough to build and simple enough to manage. Oh wait, why my voice and my video doesn't match up? It was because when I was recording with my new camera set, I lost my entire audio recording. You will still be able to see my entire process of building this basic chicken coop. 2 years ago, I built a luxury large chicken coop. Just for the materials, I spent probably over $700 in Home Depot. And this year, I decided to go frugal. So all what I used was what I already have at home. The only money I spent was 2 hinges, costed $6. My plan is to make a very basic chicken coop, only with 4 sides. Just enough for 2 to 4 chickens and nothing more than that. One side is door and the other 3 sides are top, back and bottom pieces, and with 2 ends. One end is the entrance and the other end would be the screen, which serves as the air ventilation. It's like the window. During the winter time, when the weather gets too cold, I can always cover up the window so that the chickens inside can get a bit warmer. So I started with the 3 sides, which is the top, the back, and the bottom, and I will mount the door at the end. Basically, I will be making a C shape before I mount the door on. And the video is showing that I'm trying to mount the back panel onto the top panel. Most of my wood panels happen to be on the same sides, so that made my work a little bit easier. The only material that needs constant cut are the wood studs, which are coming very long, and I need to cut them into the either long side or either the short side length of my chicken coop. The video is showing that I'm measuring it, and then I'm using an electric saw to cut it. If you don't have an electric saw at home, you can also get the cheapest manual hand saw to cut it. It wouldn't take too long for you to cut it because the wood is not very thick, so it's quite easy. I believe this was one of the only 2 times that I needed help. It was because I couldn't push against the wood stud and mount from the other side of the board. Hey! Sometimes it took a lot of strength to drill in these screws. For instance, this time I couldn't drill in these wood studs. Sometimes it's easier, sometimes it was harder, but anyway, with some help, we were able to accomplish that. Now I'm making the bottom floor because I'm running out of the whole pieces, so I had to connect 2 shelving materials together, and I used a small 3 short wood studs to connect these 2 shelving materials together. And when I first drilled a screw on it, the screw was too long and it just drilled directly onto the other board underneath of it. I thought I had to pull it up and redo it. Now I'm trying to mount some supports for this C-shaped frame, and the support can't be in the middle because the middle would be the door opening place. So I can only mount these supports on both ends. This support will also serve as the frame for the door and the frame for the window. This is what it will look like when the door is on. You can buy these snipper tools from Home Depot to cut the hardware cloth. Just don't use your household scissors because this is so much easier to cut them. Ideally, I would be using stapler guns for this job, but I was running out of staplers. Now I'm mounting the hinges for the door. First of all, pick the locations. I choose to use the 1/3 and 2/3, so this way the fours are evenly spread out. Attach 1 or 2 screws first and then come back to put on the rest of the screws when you are happy with the door movement. Time to put on my old friend, the omelette automatic door. First, I need to build a frame to support this door. As you can see that the opening of this the chicken coop is slightly larger, and I do need 2 studs at least on the top and the bottom of the omelette automatic door to put on the screws.
Careful your hand. That's not really the best to do that. The table saw would be better.
After some more trimming, I was able to mount on the wood studs, and therefore I was able to put on the omelette door and the control box for it. By the way, I have a whole video talking about how to install this omelette door step by step. And yes, I do need another 450 more subscribers as of today in order to monetize my channel. So if you like my content, please consider subscribing. I really appreciate. My husband is installing 2 front support for the chicken coop, and the back of the coop would be supported by the hillside itself. Chicken coop open for business. Remember, I have this omelette automatic door. Let's see, we haven't used it for a couple months because of the home construction. Okay, hold to open. Oh, battery life is still 80%. I think it's been 1 year. Your coop open for business. That's great. Chocolate going to the new home. Let's go. Hi, Chocolate. How's the chicken run? You like it, don't you? Go to your new home. Go inside. Good job. Now the gate is locked. Bye-bye. I hope they can find their new home tonight. Let me show you the final setup. So the chicken water has to go out because it is huge and doesn't fit in the small chicken coop anymore. Ta-da! Here's a new chicken coop. It blended perfectly in the Southern California landscape. Brown and green, yellowish. We mounted this rooftop on top of the chicken coop, and here is the omelette automatic door inside the coop. It's small, but the space is just enough for 2 chickens. If I open the gate, there's a food container hanging up here, and this side is actually another temporary nesting box, but it looks like my hand didn't lay inside at all. And this end is the mesh for the ventilation. This side is the door. This chicken coop is so much easier for me to clean because, as you can see, when I open the gate, everything's in front of me. I can just sweep all the wood shelvings down into a bucket. Easy to maintain, smaller footprint, and you know, obviously it's going to save me a lot of pine shaving. What's up, chicken?